Hello, yo, what's up? How y'all doing today? This is your man, your boy, Christopher Audley, and this is the ultimate review on the Morgis podcast. Couple of things happened, on this past week, in the entertainment industry, and most of all that caught everybody's attention was R. Kelly's interview with King of CBS News.
I will tell you this. People are going back to my past, okay? That's exactly what they're doing. They're going back to the past.
Now, here is it. A couple of people, or many of the other people that I've spoken with, have already taken the positions already that, R. Kelly, as a matter of fact, hadn't, never had to or shouldn't have granted that kind of extensive interview for the fact that, the matter is in the court of law.
And they're trying to add all of this stuff now to that, to make all of the stuff that's going on now feels real to people.
This is their opinion. And in the other quarter, like, you've got other people who believe that he actually had to have come to explain himself just like he did.
I sit here and say this. I had 2 cases back then.
Now, my question is this. This is my own question, is that whose idea is it anyway, in the very first place, for R. Kelly to come out the way he did in a worldwide television, knowing fully well that the matter is still in the court of law?
I had 2 cases back then that I said in the beginning of the interview that I would not talk about.
Is it because after now, when the court case actually starts, you won't actually have the luxury of sitting in a television studio to explain yourself? Is it why they rush in a haste to carry out this kind of interview? Well, hell no. That is my own question, and I'm still looking for the answers, and nobody has been able to provide me the answer that I bet maybe you can when you comment on this very podcast down below on the comment line. All right, let's get to it.
I hope this camera keep going.
No, we're gonna let the camera keep rolling.
This is not, doesn't even make sense. Why would I hold all these women? Their mothers and fathers told me, we're gonna destroy your career.
On this very clip, R. Kelly has vehemently denied in totality everything and all of the allegations that be leveled against him. R. Kelly has totally denied all of them. R. Kelly came out strong. R. Kelly made it clear to the world that, Jocelyn Savage, parents, one of the girls that's actually living with R. Kelly, now one of them two girls that's actually living with R. Kelly right now. I think she's 21 or something. R. Kelly stated, that, the parents actually brought her to his concert.
I was doing my show. He brought her and asked a friend of mine to put her on the stage with R. Kelly. Make sure she's on the stage.
Mm-hmm. And they made sure they spoke with his aid and assistance, and making sure that she was put on stage with R. Kelly. Why was that? Nobody knows. Now, what's getting me perplexed is that, the Savages, they all over the place, making all of these claims of adoption, like R. Kelly has adopted their daughter, and R. Kelly has some kind of, what do you call it, sex cult or something. R. Kelly, adopts women and lock them up and pound them, and their daughter is one of those women. But what they haven't actually come out clear on is the clarity that how did their daughter actually get to meet R. Kelly in the first place. They haven't denied that they took their daughter to R. Kelly at an R. Kelly concert and making sure that, R. Kelly happens to put their daughter on stage, even though she was not an experienced musician or something.
So that is a clear indication to us and as a mother that something's definitely wrong.
What were they looking for? That question is more or less like a riddle that hasn't ever been answered. And the surveys themselves, they are not coming clear on how they, how their daughter get to find herself in allegedly R. Kelly's court.
And we won't stop until we have our answers.
Now, that is it. But now, the addition the CBS News managed to scrape something from the surveys on the next clip.
From seeing you or talking to you daily or weekly to not seeing you in 2 years.
They claim that, they haven't been able to speak with your daughter for more than 2 years. For more than 2 years. Now, how will it happen if you have a daughter, teenage daughter that's been out of your control for up to 2 years, and you keep it mom, and you only coming out now? Why is that? Because a couple of people have been asking these questions, but even the savage themselves, could it be that they actually have an ulterior motive, like they wanted, to get their daughter, to get to record albums, to get to record songs, get to sign to R. Kelly label, at the expense of nothing?
Or talking to you daily or weekly to not seeing you in 2 years.
All of these stories are quite confusing, but the fact that this segment of the CBS News interview that R. Kelly has granted, R. Kelly has been seen, actually screaming the parents of the savages themselves. They actually promised R. Kelly. In fact, they told R. Kelly they're gonna make sure R. Kelly's career goes down the drain. What's that motive? Nobody also knows. Could it be that there was some monetary or some contractual or maybe some kind of verbal or informal agreement that, hey, when we bring you our daughter
and make sure your well-being is okay,
you've got to put her up there? Is that some kind of agreement between R. Kelly and the Savages? What's going on? We don't know yet. And R. Kelly, by and large, so far, has proven his innocence.
Hate me if you want to, love me if you want, but just use your common sense.
And has proven, in fact, R. Kelly actually made it clear that the world seemed to be believing what they want to believe. The world seemed to be believing everything that all of the women that came forward, including his estranged wife. But nobody seems to be believing in R. Kelly.
That you have never held anybody against their will.
I don't need to. Why would I?
Well,
how stupid would it
never
be
held
for
anybody.
R. Kelly with all I've been through in my way past?
So, well, the matter is in the court right now, and as for the Savages, they still need some kind of explanation to do on why did they actually sold, on why, before I even mention the sold, on why their daughter is with R. Kelly for more than 2 years now. According to R. Kelly, it was a kind of sold. They sold your daughter because R. Kelly actually asked the question that what kind of parents sells your daughter? Do they sold their daughter to R. Kelly for some monetary compensation.
To hold somebody, let alone 4, 5, 6, 50, you said. How stupid would I be to do that?
Or reckon contract compensation, and the contract is not coming forward. Then they decided to go to the press. I mean, this has been going on and on and on and on and on and on. We don't know. But report has it that Jocelyn herself, has claimed that her parents were after monetary gains. That's why they sent her to R. Kelly.
Well, my parents knew where I've always been for 4 years. They know that I've been well taken care of.
You see, this whole thing is expanding. Is this some kind of trap? Are the savages, are the savages perpetrators of child trafficking? Like, what should I say? Child trafficking. Do they actually sold their daughter to R. Kelly for monetary compensations? These are questions that will never ever be answered as of now, except when the law has finally taken its course. Like I told you all before, this ultimate review program on the Moses podcast is all about shifting the perspective. We don't want to sit on the corner of the popular court of opinion. We want to sit on the other side and make sure this other side, is put into perspective. That's why we call it, we shift in the perspective, the ultimate review on the Moses podcast. Folks, on this very clip or on this segment of the interview that I'm just bringing you right now, this is all what it entails.
When I first met Robert, my parents told me to lie about my age. So when I met him, he thought that I was 18.
At the end of the day, we are human beings. Like R. Kelly actually said, he's a grown man, he's a human being. He's innocent, and if he's innocent, obviously the law actually is gonna set him free. But if he's not, he's gotta bear the brunt of his crime, if indeed he committed any crime. So that's how it is, folks. I've put it out there for you, the perspective of the Moses podcast on the situation between R. Kelly and these other women who has accused him of gross sexual misbehavior and conduct according to the charges, like criminal sexual conduct. It's all left to you for you to decide, since we have already put it on the perspective. But mind you, it's too early to take sides.
But I'm not talking about the one case in which you were acquitted. I'm talking about the other cases where women have come forward. R. Kelly was abusive to me, emotionally and physically and verbally.
Okay.
R. Kelly took me in a black room where unspeakable things happened.
It's too early to take sides. What you gotta do, or what we advise that people should do, is that you look at the whole situation from the left to the right, from the right to the left. Because this is very harmful. Doesn't do anyone any good for people to actually take side at this stage. As for the savages, may they come clean on their motive, on how they let loose their daughter to R. Kelly. Then, there and then, we will be clear exactly what actually happened.
This is what they're saying about you.
Not true.
These aren't old rumors.
Not true. Whether they're old rumors, new rumors,
Why would they
future
say this
rumors,
about you?
Not true.
Yes, folks, like the saying goes, he who wears the shoes feels the pain. If you are to be in R. Kelly's shoes, you definitely feel the pain as well. Now the heat is on.
Got little girls trapped in the basement, helicopters over my house, trying to rescue someone that doesn't need rescuing.
Whole wide world is on R. Kelly, and whole wide world's waiting for the judgment day.
I'm very tired of all of the lies. I've been hearing things and, and seeing things on the blogs, and, I'm just tired.
You gotta go down on your knees and pray. Just because the pundits won't actually relax their nerves. We all know the pain R. Kelly is in right now. Our hearts and prayer will go with him.
I didn't do this stuff. This is not me. I'm fighting for my life.
And also, our heart and prayer goes to those who perpetually or supposedly has been abused by R. Kelly, or however the case may be. But we all just gotta take a situation or take a position while we sit and wait.
I'm not Lucifer. I'm a man. I make mistakes, but I'm not a devil, and by no means am I a monster.
At this point in time, this is the time that if you are a relative of R. Kelly, or if you are a fan who is in support of R. Kelly or who's supporting R. Kelly, this is the time that you gotta pray.
Y'all just don't want to believe the truth.
We can insinuate and everything, but let us just hope, pray, and wait. Alright? This is your boy, Christopher Audley, signing off on the Moroji's podcast, The Ultimate Review, where we have been shifting the perspectives.